and the cast of Spy.
If 10 years ago someone would have said, oh, you're going to be wrestling Jason Statham to the ground in a disco in Budapest, I literally would have told that person, like, I'll get you help.
Jabba goes behind the scenes of the new action comedy blockbuster. That's all ahead as Weekend Sunrise begins right now.
Up next, the news, sport and weather on Weekend Sunrise. Plus, why your mobile phone could be the key to saving Congo's gorillas from extinction.
And Jason Statham's surprise admission.
I was a little nervous at the beginning, thinking, what am I going to do? I'm not a comedian. I don't know what I'm going to do with this lot.
Oh, yes, you are, Jason. You just don't know it. Jabba catches up with the cast of Spy.
Up next, a rare television interview with terminally ill author Clive James. Plus, meet a young Aussie who's faced death on Mount Everest twice and survived both times. She shares her story.
And the cast of Spy will join us.
He's a spy.
With a gun.
What? These look delicious.
Cool.
This is very chewy.
You're eating a hand towel.
You and I might actually like the same film.
This looks really good.
Don't go away.
Coming up, the rise of the she shed, plus emotions running very high during a personal renovation on House Rules. Steve and Tiana joins us live ahead of the whole house reveal.
But next, a story of espionage. It will have you in stitches. Jabba talks to the cast of Spy after the break. Now, it seems the world can't get enough of spy stories. No less than 5 big-budget movies are planned for this year alone. No less than, possibly more.
Now, this week, the very funny Melissa McCarthy's movie Spy opens on the big screen, but does it offer anything different than your average tale of espionage? Well, our movie man Jabba sat down with the cast to find out.
From Bond to Mission Impossible, 2015 is shaping up to be the year of the spy. Perhaps fittingly, Spy is the title of the new action comedy in cinemas this week, starring Melissa McCarthy, Jason Statham, Jude Law and our own Rose Byrne. And the secret agent comedy.
To another successful mission. I couldn't do what I do without you in my earpiece.
Head down the tunnel. You got 3 coming in. Can you imagine me as a spy?
With a gun.
What? These look delicious.
Cool.
This is very chewy.
You're eating a hand towel.
Just cleansing my palate.
We are solid laughs throughout. We're still a real spy movie. We're not a spoof or a parody, but it's a real adventure, but you'll be laughing the entire time that you're wondering if they're going to make it through.
This is not a spoof. So, and it's just not a blatant comedy.
Comedy still has to have stakes and has to have a real story. And if we were just going to go, let's just make it a joke fest, you don't get engaged in that. So I love the spy genre and wanted to be true to it. And also, if you have real villains and you have real danger, then you're pulled along more and you're laughing more because these are real people that you're worried about.
We need someone to find the bomb without being detected.
I'll do it.
Okay, thanks, lunch lady.
You're going.
Okay.
Yeah, bring one of your cats as a sidekick.
Taking after his role in Crank, Jason Statham is a revelation as the straight-faced traditional spy.
I'm a real spy. I once drove a car off a freeway on top of a train while I was on fire. Not the car, I was on fire.
Kind of starting to freak me out.
It was one of the toughest aspects of making this movie, is trying to keep a straight face. Yeah, it's so hard.
There's large chunks of the movie where Jason is just talking to the back of my head. Because I was laughing. And I also blame Paul Feig because he laughs out loud. He literally sits 3 feet from us and is like, ha, 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 ho, 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 ho. And you're like, whoa, we're shooting.
Aussie Rose Byrne plays the villain.
You remind me of my mother.
Oh.
She was marvellous, but she was different. Eccentric, like you are.
No.
The moment I saw you standing there in that abortion of a dress, it's as if to say, this is what I've got, world. It's hideous, but it's mine. This was her.
Hey, how'd you get that picture of me? I look amazing. Hello, doppelganger.
People were laughing so much you would miss the following laugh because it was too loud, and that was pretty great. I haven't experienced that since Bridesmaids.
I love to try to break Rose. It's like my favorite sporting event. It started on Bridesmaids because she is a terrible, and I say this with love, because I have nothing but hearts in my eyes for you. She is notoriously like a fantastic laugher, and she giggles.
Poor little pathetic Susan. My father used to bring people here.
Did he also make you dress like a slutty dolphin trainer?
Each character is uniquely really funny. Jason Statham is hysterical.
I was a little nervous at the beginning, thinking, what am I going to do? I'm not a comedian. I don't know what I'm going to do with this lot. So anyway, it turned out I love it. I love the movie. I love how it all ended up.
You really think you're ready for the field? Leave the action to me.
Paul Feig did it before with Bridesmaids and The Heat, and now Spy joins Mad Max at the box office as the second big-budget blockbuster with a female lead in as many weeks. You certainly seem to be bringing to our big screens female-centric scripts and films and characters. What's behind that?
I love funny women. It's nothing more than that. And all the funny women I've known over the years, I've watched them in movies, not getting to be funny and having to play just the mean girlfriend or just the bitchy wife. And I thought, why are these women not getting to be as funny as all the funny men that I know who are getting to showcase their humor?
He's a trailblazer to make these incredible movies that happen to have women as the leads in them. I think what's different about him is he does not think of them that way or set them up that way. To him, he's thinking of a story and a funny plot, and who does he want to do it?
Ciao bella, come sta? Mamma mia!
It's a confidence builder. I think it's more bizarre that so many people who are surrounded with great women then make a movie and like kind of break down that woman and make them this perfect, like uninteresting, perfect Barbie with no soul, no quirks, no problems, no flaws. It's not that interesting to watch. Yeah. I mean, then you're looking at a photo, and that's hard to do for 2 hours.
And I hope one day, it won't be part of the conversation because it's just going to be, I'm sure, guys who are promoting movies aren't saying, isn't it amazing you got a part in this movie? How do you feel about that? Like, it still seems to be a point of discussion. Traditionally, that role would be a man, which is so cool. Paul just breaks these conventions and he just just unexpected things, and that's so refreshing, I think, as a viewer to see that.
So whether you're after feminist fun, thrilling espionage, or side-splitting comedy, Spy has it all.
Three of a kind.
That looks really funny.
Our unofficial unpaid movie reviewer, Rod, who is kind of just helps out around the studio.
He loves it.
He says it's terrific.
Terrific.
So,
and you heard them all talking about how difficult it is to not to laugh, because Melissa McCarthy apparently ad-libs a lot of what she does, and her main aim, a bit like Ricky Gervais, just trying to get other people to laugh.
Yeah, so the best part of this is 40 are the outtakes after the film's over of her doing her thing.
Andy loved that film after I gave it to him for Christmas. Very rude. It's time for the news now with Talib.